All right, this is my daily update for my build and public log. It's February 21st, 2025. This will be a real quick, short and sweet update. Have a little bit to show today, but not too much. Yesterday, I went to bed extremely early. I had a really, really busy day. I started working on a big freelance project for under an agency. So if you're not familiar with software work, which if you're watching, I'm sure you are. There's a lot of agencies in the world, a lot of agencies, and you work under the agency as a contractor, and the agency works under another company as you know a firm that they contract work to, and they pay per the hour usually, or some kind of retainer. It varies. So I started working on an agency, and yesterday was the first full day of work. It's going well so far, but it's a tech stack I know really well. I've used a lot of, so it's not not anything too hard for me. It's just stuff I've done a lot of. Uh, so, anyways, yesterday I really wasn't feeling well. I was really exhausted. I went to sleep and slept like 12 hours straight almost. I was that tired. So I didn't get much done yesterday. I actually did work on this a little bit though. Despite that, I still pushed ahead and I tried. So this is what I'm working on. I am building out. I see some debugging info right there on the page. I'm working through the dashboard for Agents Code for my AI Agents API service. You can come in here and set up your keys. Um, Revoke the key. Yeah, it's coming along. This is actually really from the server. This is really working from the database. Um, it's getting there, but I worked so little. So I'm going to do some more work on this now after the video, and then I'm going to push hard tomorrow to try to get a working dashboard. You can log in, create API key, see some very basic data. Um, so I'm really pushing to get that done tomorrow. And when I say make an API key, I mean you go use that key and you can start making API calls. With it, you can actually see, oh, okay, I called it, 3 times. I used this many credits. So we'll see how much I get done tomorrow. I'm taking Sunday off. There's probably not even going to be a video. Let's see the comments. There's a comment for today. Sick projects, I think one of the challenges is how to differentiate yourself when others have AI agent services or marketplaces. I agree with you. I have given that a lot of thought myself. Yeah, I agree. More and more are popping up every day. And it's frustrating that I have to go do freelance work right now. I really held out as long as I possibly could, but I have no choice. I'm not making enough to survive. Yeah, what do you think if you're watching this? What sucks about the current services? How can I differentiate myself? Now, I actually think that part of this is a good problem to have because number one, it means there's a market. Number two, people are making money off of this market. Um, well, assuming hopefully they are. It is kind of a new thing. So it's not necessarily about, think about it. How many restaurants are there in town? How many, you know, banks are there in town? How many, XYZ? Just because there's a crowded market doesn't mean you can't go in and do something different. But I do agree with you, and I've thought a lot about how to differentiate myself. Totally agree. I think part of it is going to be a marketing thing. That's part of what I'm doing here. Just trying to share my knowledge. So yeah, thank you for that comment. I totally agree. So really quickly onto my random story for today. So like I said at the beginning of the video, I just started working under an agency. This is not new to me. Part of why they hired me, to be completely blunt, is I've done agency work for years already. So I'm not a full time employee, looking for a job and okay, we'll take a chance. No, I've done this for years already. So that I think kind of sealed the deal for them. All I did was show them my side projects that I'm working on even. So uh, the first time I did that, it was just because the company I was working for, the agency, like they had an agency contracted, and one main guy was working there a lot, and they brought me on board, and then finally got rid of the agency and this employee. That's very typical. I see that all the time. Um, super common. You just want to get the ball rolling, and then you start hiring people, and then okay, bye. We have our own people. It's usually cheaper to hire a full time software engineer than to pay hourly through an agency. That's just the reality. But agencies are kind of mercenaries. They come in and do the job really quick and efficiently, and then they're gone. So the first agency I worked for is pretty similar, so similar to this one. Uh, the guy the guy from that agency who I worked together with for a while saw I'm pretty legit, I'm pretty good. He said, "Hey, why don't you come aboard? We need somebody." And the same thing. And I remember I was like, it was traditionally at a job, especially in tech, if they remotely have the shit together, there's a very clear onboarding. You're not expected to do shit your first couple days, maybe even week. There's like documentations, handbook, and there's all of these things to read, and there's very clear instructions. I've seen like check boxes, like checklists, like I did this, check, I did that, check, check, check. Usually there's some kind of just process, but with the agency, it's just kind of okay, whatever. Here, just go do your thing, figure it out, go work. And I remember that first one, I was just like lost. I didn't know what I was doing because there was no structure. There's very little communication, and on top of that, I went abroad, so I'm in Mexico for the first time. The past, it was just a quick couple day trip, and I'm trying to settle in. I'm trying to figure out how to live abroad. I'm trying to figure out how to speak Spanish. Trying to, and I'm like, how do I work with these people? I don't know what to do. Nothing's clear. There's all these different projects, and it was a lot of just. I don't know what to do next. Like, I'm just going to keep bothering people and asking questions. So it's a bit like that, but a little bit clear, and I know what I'm doing. Like I said, I've worked for agencies for years. So I don't know. I kind of like it a little bit better. I don't know. I think with a full time job in tech now, there is so much BS. There's like I don't know. There's just like all these weird processes sprung on you a lot nowadays. Wasn't as bad in the past. But I noticed a lot of places they're so process heavy for like no fucking good reason. To be blunt, they actually hurt the companies a lot more. I've seen this a lot lately. And when you're a contractor at an agency, you're like I said, you're hired hands, hired guns. You get in there and you get a little bit more leeway. And usually it's like very cut and dry, like do this, go, 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 go fast. So I know it's not for everyone. Anyways, that's all I got for today. See you tomorrow.